You enter the world already divided. Half your body warm with breath, the other cold as grave dust. One eye searched for light, the other stared back from the dark. The gods study you in silence. Half living, half something else. Odin steps forward. He sees your skin, your bloodline. He sees your mother's fire, your father's grin, and a future he cannot shape. You are lifted, escorted through halls that once held legends. Your tiny feet echo. The sky closes behind you. Then, Niflheim. Stone. Ice. Fog like breath from the world's first corpse. A gate opened. A path of frost stretched forward. And you walked. The wind wraps around your spine. The silence tastes like abandonment. You speak once, your name. It vanishes. So you carve a throne from bones. You hang tattered banners from roots. You press your hand to the ground and feel the sorrow buried there. So many cast down. So many left behind. You speak again. This time, the dead listen. You begin to build. Cast aside, yet you stayed. Built a throne from silence. Welcomed what the gods refused. The forgotten came and called you queen. The path ends at a gate with no key. Nipaheller, the mouth of the underworld. Chains groan before you, and something growls. A creature waits, too large for the dark, too angry for the sky. Eyes ringed in dried blood, fur matted with frost and bone dust. A chain wraps his throat, rusted links grown into skin. Each visitor walks faster near him, eyes lowered, breath held. He snarls, teeth yellowed like old ivory. His voice cracks the cold. You walk straight to him. Your cloak trails ash. One hand drips with rot. One eye still burns with childhood. The other, stolen by your father's war. You kneel. Your fingers rise. The dead ones. The hand that gods refuse to shake. Garmer watches. He lowers his head. The chain rattles. You touch his snout. A quiet, deliberate touch. The kind offered to grieving things. He leans into it. A silence wide enough for both of you to stand inside. You sit beside him. The frost parts around you. He stays. You do not ask him to follow. He follows anyway. He saw the grave in your gaze. The slow cold. The wound that shaped your steps. And instead of fleeing, he listened. Some beasts obey. Others understand. They handed you a crown. Then turned away. The wind carved your arrival into the stone. Snow swallowed each footprint behind you. Ahead, a staircase cut from black ice. Wide as a river, steep as memory. You climbed. Spirits drifted below, hollow, flickering, half-formed. At the summit, the throne. Frozen into the cliff's edge. Broad-backed. Empty. Its arms stretched like wings of bone. A crown rested there, silent, rimmed with frost, heavy with dust. You take it, as the only one left. Below you, Garmer sleeps. He guards you. Souls pass. Some plead. Some curse. He growls when they scream. You nod. The dead return to the dark. And when the fog clears, you leave the throne. You sit beside him, your hand in his fur, his breath on your shoulder. He is warmth that never asks. You are cold that never turns away. No one else stayed, but he did. No law carved your name. No hand placed the crown. But the wind remembered. The ice listened. And the dead, they followed the one who stayed. He came from the realm above, Hermer, soft-eyed, swordless, stammering with grief. He asked for a chance. Garmer growls. You raise a hand. He stops. You offer them a choice. Simple, cruel in its honesty. Let the world weep, if it truly cares. So you wait, in the stillness between heartbeats. In the dark hall where Garmer lies curled by your feet. One by one they cry. Trees weep sap. Wolves howl. Mothers wail. Even stone gives in. But then, one shape, one shadow, one bitter face refuses. The answer crawls back to you like a wound. You say nothing. The silence deepens. Garmer watches you, then rests his head in your lap. Your hand curls in Garmer's fur. Your spine tightens like ice along the roof of your mouth. You say nothing. But deep inside, something inside you closes. Because, when given the chance, they almost remembered how to grieve. Almost. You offered the world a chance. It flinched. Not from cruelty, from the fear that you might feel it. The wind changes before the world does. A breath held too long, now exhaling. Deep in the stone beneath her throne, something shifts. A tremor, like the roots of Yggdrasil shuddered in their sleep. Garmer lifts his head. He listens. So do you. The world above is unraveling. You knew it would. You always knew. It just makes the waiting heavier. You let the moment stretch, as if one more second of stillness might delay what must come. But he's already on his feet. He looks at you just to see if your face has changed. This is the last time. You reach out with your dead hand. He leans into it for memory. This here, this cold, quiet kingdom, was a kind of peace. One no one else saw. But he did. He always did. You watch him walk to the gate. You do not stop him. His path leads upward, toward war. When the sound of his steps fades, you are left with what the gods gave you. Yours remains beneath, among the broken echoes. Just the weight of what stays behind when everything else chooses to leave. Others speak of fire, of blades. But you knew the truth. Ragnarok begins in the silence between heartbeats. When the gods start listening for your footsteps and realize you've already begun to move. You feel it before you hear it. The shift, the pull, like your bones remember something the world forgot. You step out of your hall and into the long dusk of fate. Naglfar rises. A ship of nails, of rot, of memory. Carved from all the dead no one dared to mourn. These dead know where they are going. And they know why you walk beside them. And ahead, Garmr. Tyr waits on the field. A god of order. A god of oaths. But Garmr was never made for gods. Only gates. They collide like meaning and end. Claws and teeth. Steel and promise. And then, silence. You stop walking. Long before you reach them. Because this was never your war. Only your consequence. You watch Garmr fall. The crumple of something that had been loyal too long. And you feel it, the permanent severing. You do not speak. You never have. But if you could, you would have told him. He was never just a guard dog. He was the last thing that made this place bearable. You stand still as the world tears itself to pieces. Because what else can be taken from you now? The dead march past. They know what you are. What you've always been. The last soul still standing in a place no one chose to enter. You did not call this war. But you arrived all the same. When your last reason collapsed, you stayed behind. The world burns. Then it quiets. Ash sinks into ash. Flame gives way to fog. And through it all, you still sit. You return to the throne. Frost has crept deeper into the stone. Its silence feels heavier now. Garmr does not return. His place before you stays empty. You listen for his breath. The soft growl. The quiet thud of him dreaming beside your feet. But there is only stillness. And still, the dead arrive. They come slowly now. Fewer voices. Fewer memories. Still seeking passage. Still seeking rest. You give it to them. You are the border. The place between everything that once mattered and everything that no longer needs to. You do not look up anymore. There is nothing above. Only the echo of a gate that never truly closed. The gods erased your name from their songs. But the lost still find you. They call it mercy. And when they weep, you stay. Because you remember what it felt like when no one stayed for you.